Animals have a way of figuring things out most of the time, even if the situation isn't something they've dealt with before. Yet there are some situations so crazy that even the smartest of them all have trouble with them. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at 25 times animals were so desperate to get out of a bad situation that they had to ask humans for help. This poor snapping turtle was completely stranded on the road. If it went in any direction, it risked getting ran over, so it was just sitting at the side of the road. When the guy in the red shirt saw the turtle, he decided to help it out, even though it could bite his fingers off. He picked up the snapping turtle and safely transported it across the road near the woods. After it started raining heavily, this piggy's pen had been overflowing with water. If it rained anymore, it could have even drowned since it was so small. When this person realized the situation the pig was in, he quickly ran to its pen and scooped it up in its arms. Then he actually brought the pig to his own home until the rain went away. This tiny bird had just fallen off of its nest. It couldn't fly since it was just a baby, so it was standing next to the wall. When this man approached them, the bird looked terrified, as if it was gonna get eaten alive. But the man actually picked up the bird and put it right back in its nest with all of its siblings. Hopefully this time it won't try jumping out again. The puppy in this video was so small that it literally fell into the gutter with no way out. Its mother stayed outside, unable to help her baby come out. Fortunately, this woman realized what happened and immediately took control of the situation. She actually went inside the gutter just to help the puppy reunite with its mother. A lot of people just think of fish as decoration and don't really care when they die. But even fish are living beings that deserve a good life. This fish had been neglected so badly that it couldn't swim and was missing parts of its tail. So this woman helped the fish until it was completely back to normal. This lost dog started running through the traffic. It almost got ran over multiple times and even went under a car at one point. This woman on a motorbike chased the dog all throughout. She didn't stop until the dog was safe. This kitten's left eye was very inflamed and it couldn't see through it at all. When this man saw the kitten's eye, he decided to do the best he could to treat its eye. He fully cleaned it up and put eye drops in it too. After he was done, the kitten's eye already started opening up, so it'll probably be perfectly fine in just a few days. These people came across a sea turtle that was completely entangled in a fishing line. The poor turtle couldn't swim properly and was basically trapped. They used a knife to cut the fishing line off of the turtle until it was completely free. This squirrel could barely function in the dry 100-degree weather without water. This person noticed the squirrel was struggling and gave it some water. Surprisingly enough, the squirrel didn't run away from the man and immediately started drinking the water. This baby bird fell into a storm drain with no way to get out. Its mother was waiting right outside for it, but couldn't actually help it herself. Fortunately, this guy saw the baby bird and took it out of the storm drain. The mother and baby were then able to reunite. This bear's head had gotten stuck in a pot and it couldn't get it out no matter how hard it tried. Even though it was extremely dangerous to be around a bear, these people still helped it remove the pot. But once the pot was removed, they ran for their lives. These two birds had got entangled up in a fishing line. It had completely entangled the two birds together so they just couldn't fly away. This man saw the birds and got a pair of scissors to help them out. He cut the fishing line off the birds and they were finally able to fly away. This turtle had fallen in a drain and couldn't even move in there. This guy was just on a hike when he came across the little guy and wanted to help it out. He picked it up and put it in the water where it was able to thrive. This calf had fallen into a ditch on a construction site, so the monks of the Spaso-Preobrazhensky Monastery actually took it upon themselves to help the little guy out. They used a rope to pull it out of the ditch, then reunited it with its mother. Most people are terrified of sharks, even if they're in a helpless state, but when this guy saw a beach shark, he quickly grabbed it and decided to put it back in the water. When he got near the deeper part of the water, he chucked the shark in. This endangered ape was locked up and completely neglected by his last owner. They only fed him condensed milk for almost a year when they should have given him food. He was super malnourished and weak. These people rescued the baby ape and started feeding it proper food. Now this ape is finally able to live normally. This lost baby lamb was stuck on a steep hill and was crying out for someone to help it. This man saw the poor animal and climbed down the mountain. The lamb quickly ran towards the man as if he knew he was going to help it. The man took the baby with him and reunited it with its family. This starling was so eager to eat the food from the bird feeder, he literally got stuck in there. When the guy who set up the bird feeder saw the starling, he wanted to help the poor guy out. He picked up the feeder and opened up the lid. The starling was then able to fly away. This baby moose was stuck on the road and couldn't hop over the barrier. So when this man saw the moose, he quickly got out of his car and rushed in to help. He picked the animal up and put it into the woods. This squirrel got trapped inside of the drain pipe and couldn't get out. This man heard the squirrel's cries for help and started cleaning out the drain pipe. After a while, you could see the squirrel's tail and was freed soon after. This baby sloth was on the floor and couldn't climb up to its mother on the tree. When this woman saw the baby on the floor, she picked it up and showed it to the mother sloth. When the mother saw her baby, she quickly scooped it up in her arms and took it with her. This seagull had gotten stuck in the water because it got entangled with a fishing line. This guy climbed all the way down a hill just to detangle the seagull from the fishing line and give it a second shot at life. This puppy was caught in a fire and couldn't breathe at all. But these firemen weren't just gonna give up that easily. They gave the little pup CPR until it was finally able to breathe again. Without the help of these firemen, this puppy probably wouldn't have opened its eyes ever again. This dog was stuck on a ledge right above the streaming river. If it even moved a little bit, the river would have taken it with the water. This man saw the poor dog and left a wedding celebration just to help it out. He pulled the dog out with the help of his friend and even hung out with it afterward. This sparrow was stuck inside a house that was under construction. No window or door was open, so it couldn't leave no matter what. This man saw the poor bird and went inside the house. He picked it up and released it outside. Alright, which one of these animal rescues warmed your heart the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Trend Joint, and we'll see you in the next one.